Hey there, this is Atul from Team K20 Academy, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to search for AI, machine learning, generative AI, agentic AI, technical, program manager, project manager related jobs. I'm going to specifically do it for Canada because I'm helping one of the clients to get this job as a technical project manager, program manager, but you can use the same concept to do for any other type of jobs, whether you're architect, DevOps, engineer, developer, or in other domains like cloud, DevOps, and so on. The concept remains same. It's just that technical skills and other things will change, which will help you as well. So first of all, two ways to approach. First, and also I'll give you the link on in terms of portal where to find that more details inside our portal, which is k10academy.com/community, which is for paid program managers for you. And if you go into classroom, I'll explain you where to find that as well. So the first is important is, as always, use Google. Go to just search for AI, machine learning, AI, ML, technical program managers, jobs in your country. If it's a different job, accordingly change that. But this is I'm specifically focused on this, and this is where you will see these jobs, and you probably start picking. This is a good starting point. Another is on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, which is where you see, just search for jobs. There'll be a section called jobs here when you go, and let me show it to you again. If you go and not part of LinkedIn yet, go and join the LinkedIn. And inside that, there'll be jobs. And then here in jobs, you specify the skills and then the location for which you're looking for the job change. Now going back to here, if you look at the senior technical program managers, also there's another thing is that when these are the two places, which is Google and LinkedIn, but you also go inside the portal under classroom, and then if you go under interview and job preparation, there'll be a section about these two videos, which is about here in terms of how to search for jobs, these two videos, and they'll be associated a link into this video document. In the document, there'll be also job portal, which are specific to the country, which is in this case, your case, Canada. If you're in UK or US, there'll be different job portal. So refer to those as well. So that's the places where you'll be finding the job. Then a second thing, once you've done this job is to go to this particular skill, for example, and look at what they are looking. In this case, they're looking for all remote. Now, don't worry about this experience when they say 8 to 15 years. Even if you have 4 years, 3 years, write down, or still I want you to apply. Even if you have 1 year experience, write down as well, or whatever skills. And then you pick up the exact job description, exactly the word by word, and then use our GPT, which we have given you. Again, if you're not sure what GPT I'm talking about, all those things are inside here, and also these prompts as well. Use these prompts which are mentioned here. So go back to this. Sorry, let me go back on here. Yeah, so this guide will have steps on using just GPT, which is given to you. Use the GPT to identify and say, hey, update your resume as per the job description they're looking for. Now, some of the things that probably they talk about is, for example, a cloud service engineering background on cloud service engineering, AWS and Azure in this case. Then if you have that, if you don't have that knowledge, again, inside the portal, you go to the classroom. Let me open it. And there's some beginner friendly cloud which will be enough for you as a technical project manager, program manager. If you go here and look for cloud for beginners, AWS for beginners, Azure for beginners, and there'll be Google Cloud for beginners or AWS, Oracle beginners. These are more than enough. And then what are the services applicable on these? So if you go for AI, ML, Gen AI, another place is, and what are the corresponding services on for AI, ML related to AWS, Azure, Google, refer there. So that's something, and they'll be adding more services like on AWS, you have SageMaker or Bedrock or Amazon Q. In Azure, you have ML Studio or AI Foundry. In Google, similarly Google Cloud and so on. Also, this is talking about Bedrock and SageMaker. Now, you deploy these models on containers and Kubernetes, which is Docker and Kubernetes, and implementation of Kubernetes on AWS Cloud is EKS, and on Azure Kubernetes Service. So implementation of that. So again, there's a training for you to refer here. So if you go under the classroom trainings, other training which I want you to do on this particular case is on anything that you are not sure that being asked in the job portal, and you don't have just ask because we should have a training around that. So in that you also have containers and Kubernetes for beginners, and that will be good for you. Containers and Kubernetes and implementation of containers and Kubernetes on AWS Cloud. This is where you will have Kubernetes on AWS Cloud, Azure Cloud, that idea about. So refer to that because that's where you'll be deploying the containers and Kubernetes on that. Now, there's also AWS Certified Machine Learning Specialist. There's now three certifications: AI, in AWS, the machine specialist used to be olden days. There's also before that machine learning associate and then machine learning AI certification. Do those, we'll cover that as well. Apart from that, I think this is already others. So this is just a good starting point. Prepare resume based on this job description as I'm talking about here. Now, similarly, if let's suppose this is the AI program manager job, and in this case, they're whatever they're asking, update exactly what's being given in the resume, in your resume as per the job description. Of course, use the tools that we have given you inside the program, and if you need help, do ask us. Now, there, if you know, look out down here. They're also looking from a skills point of view, LLMs, TensorFlow, PyTorch, sorry, skitlearn, and all those things are given. So there's a MLOps, so there's a whole entire MLOps training program inside that. So if you go under the classroom, there's a beginner level MLOps and advanced level MLOps. If you're an architect, probably high level MLOps is good, but if you're an administrator, go deeper into, depending on the more, if you have time, go deeper into. So if there is a MLOps for beginners and there's a more advanced MLOps for AWS, MLOps for Azure and Google and so on. Similarly, I think let me go back on more skills. They're also looking for DevOps. So we also have a DevOps for beginners class. So understand the DevOps, CI/CD, and because you're going to do those CI/CD and other things as well here. So DevOps for beginners. There's a more advanced DevOps if you want to go by all means. There is a CI/CD and cloud infrastructure as well and so on. I hope that makes sense. Now, once you have prepared the resume, similarly, go and look at these jobs as well as for technical program manager. Again, once you prepare the resume, now ask team on the through the ticketing system or in WhatsApp group and saying what you should be doing to prepare for this job, what kind of interview questions you can expect, and do prepare for that. Also, there is a specific job-related groups on how do you prepare for interview preparation for AWS, Azure, depending on which program you're part of, or AIML, and there'll be more interview questions you'll be seeing depending on the background. So you can ask the resume and job description and interviews. You can ask all of that. So I hope that makes sense. This is how you'll prepare. Don't hesitate in asking for help. The more help you'll ask for, the better you'll become. Also, on a weekly basis, we run these sessions on interview preparation sessions. So jump on these sessions as well. So if you can calendar, they'll be currently they are on Friday my time, but we'll be seeing, I think there'll be one on the weekends as well. So there'll be weekdays and we'll rotate these on different days as well. So you can know. So jump on these sessions, get your resume fixed. Another important thing which is important, LinkedIn fixed and resume. So go through LinkedIn as well as the interview preparation sessions. There'll be also tips on resume cleanup as well. So I hope that makes sense. Do let me know if you need any other help, either by the ticketing system or in the respective WhatsApp group. With that, this is Atul. Thanks for watching this and look forward to see you on another help or another video. Take care. Bye for now.